So how are we gonna intro this? I didn't think about that.
You know what else is ass? Never mind. Never mind. Actually, wait. In the recording.
No, we'll keep it. We'll keep. I'll cut it out later. I promise.
Yeah, just cut it out.
I'll just cut it out.
All right, this is what we can do, right? We can be all like, and that's when I said, that's not a camel. That's my wife. Hey, how's it going, guys? You know, Braider out here.
What's up? What's up?
With another tier list.
You know, the last tier list did pretty good for our fist video, so we figured, might as well try that again. Shamelessly.
We're talking about milking the fucking views, brother. Yeah.
Speaking of milking the views, today we're gonna be doing a Marvel Studios tier list of Phase 5 specifically. We'll work backwards since Deadpool and Wolverine just came out. We'll work backwards. We'll go in release order, starting from upcoming. We have 2 upcoming, and shit, they're not there.
So listen, by the time you're watching this, we have been smacking the cheeks of the Ender Dragon. You know what I mean? That guy, he sucks. Boo-hoo, we don't like him, I guess. Yeah, me and Phoenix are very unprepared for it, to be honest. Like I didn't even get to finish my enchantment table.
Just borrow Mario's. That's what I'm gonna do.
Bro, everybody else gives like fucking sweaters, dude.
I know, dude.
I haven't played in like a week.
No, yeah, you haven't been on in a while. I only just yesterday managed to get a full set of diamond armor.
Bro, genuinely, bro. Like, I don't know. I just been busy, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, yeah. I don't know. 1,000 days went by super quick. I mean, granted, I was
that's what I'm saying, right?
I was gone for like 300 of those, but still,
Well, when they mentioned it, right, like the first time, it was like a few weeks ago.
Well,
or like no, not even a few weeks ago. It's been like a few days.
Well, no,
out of nowhere.
You guys had been on it playing for a while, and I asked Mario like, "Yo, can I join you guys?" And then he was like, "Sure, why not?" And then he made it around like I think a week after that or something. It was a few days after I joined,
exactly.
I think.
That's what I was saying. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I got the full Minecraft experience. It's fun sometimes. I'm still beefing with Kim. Well, I don't think we beefing no more. I think we're cool, but
I don't know, bro. Last time I heard you guys talking together, you guys were beefing.
We always beefing for something, bro. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's just that type shit.
Yeah, that's just that type shit. Anyway, first
so
movie.
We're going backwards, so we're going. Thunderbolts is the last one to come out in Phase 5. We haven't gotten too much from it. There was some leaked trailers from, I think it was San Diego Comic-Con, or was it? Yeah, it was San Diego Comic-Con. I think they showed off a trailer and that got leaked. I haven't checked it out yet just because I want to, I don't want to see it crunchy all like that. I think I've seen a few pictures. We saw Red Guardian because he was in costume at Comic-Con, and I don't know if you saw it. It's got a lot more gold on it. I'm not really a huge fan of that. I think Bucky has long hair again. I saw a picture of Sebastian Stan in a suit with long hair, but I don't know if it's from the movie. And then Yelena's blonde now, or I mean she's blonde already, but she's got like a shorter hair than she did in her last 2 appearances.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it a thou. I have not been in tune with any of the Marvel stuff this phase, so I didn't see anything about this.
So I'm guessing you're not hyped for it.
I'm not hyped at all, if I'm being honest. But
yeah, I'm kind of with you there. Like, it sounds interesting, like a team of villains. It's kind of like sanctioned by the government, but there's not really enough to say whether I'm hyped or not for it. But then,
look, so they're trying to do like a freaking Suicide Squad type situation.
I would just like. Well, I think it's kind of like Marvel Suicide Squad. Depending on like who you ask, it's like either Marvel Cop and I don't know which one came first in the comics, so I can't really say. But yeah, it's like Marvel's team of villains, or villains that are teaming up that are kind of recruited by the government or something like that. They've assembled a few times in the comics for different reasons, but I don't really know too much about them.
Yeah. Oh well. Sounds cool enough, I guess. I'll watch it.
I mean, I'm sure like we'll get more hyped as the movie gets closer to release, because right now we're in hype season for Captain America: Brave New World.
You're tripping, bro. I'm not hyped.
You're not hyped for this one?
I'm not.
Did you only see like the one teaser?
It's okay. I seen the full preview, and honestly,
Wait, okay. So before I
it might
place
just
it,
be.
so why aren't you hyped for this? I'm actually kind of curious because we haven't really talked about this movie yet.
Yeah, we haven't. Okay, all the things that we're about to talk about in this video, we haven't talked about this like outside, or we've tried not to talk about it as much, so we can keep
save it for the video. Yeah.
Yeah, but okay. So when I seen the preview, I seen the cool stuff. I guess I seen the suit or whatever. It's fine. It's just I just feel maybe it might just be Marvel fatigue. That if I'm being honest, it might just be Marvel fatigue. Cause I keep seeing the same like setup for the movie. It feels like the same plot as every other freaking Marvel property or whatever. And I know like you're not supposed to look for anything different because at the end of the day, superheroes are super basic. But fuck, man, like there was nothing in that preview other than like Red Hawk that really made me like fuck. I really need to watch this. But yeah, I don't know. I've never been a big fan of Captain America either way, so that's it too.
So,
you know what I mean?
I guess probably why I'm more hyped for it is because I've always been like a huge Captain America fan. Like, sure, like Falcon is like the original Falcon is now Captain America, but it's still Captain America, and Captain America's been my boy since Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. But yeah, I mean, it's really cool that we get to see Red Hulk in here. I know a lot of people are like hating on it already because like, oh yeah, Sam can't take on Red Hulk, and obviously he can't. Like that's the point. And we don't even know if he's gonna fight Red Hulk or not because at least at the start we know that he's gonna be working with Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah.
And you were saying Marvel fatigue. I don't really think that's a thing. Only because whenever people say like, oh yeah, we got superhero fatigue, every movie that's come out has been bad, like just bad. Like in with Guardians and Deadpool.
Yeah, genuinely bad. Yeah.
Yeah, with Guardians and Deadpool, everyone was praising those movies because they're good movies. People went out to go see them, and I know you have opinions on Deadpool and Wolverine, and we'll get to that in just a second. But
yeah, we'll get to that.
But the majority of people loved the movie. They also did different things. They're not constricted by the superhero genre because superhero isn't really a genre. It's more a method of telling the story. Like I know this is
yeah, that's true.
Like take Captain America: The Winter Soldier for example. I know it's not Phase 5, but it's a superhero movie, but it's like more than just that. It's like I think it's a political thriller. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's very. It is very political. That and Civil War, to a certain extent too, if you really think about it. But
yeah, and then Captain America 1's kind of a propaganda film for a little bit. Honestly, I would love. Okay, I'm gonna hold those thoughts till the end, until we get to Phase 1. But
wait. Let me say one more thing before I forget. Let me say one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
No Way Home, or what's the movie? The last Spider-Man movie that came out. That was propaganda for college.
No Way Home.
Half of the movie was propaganda.
Yeah.
Which also made me switch. We gonna get to that movie too, but I got some gripes with that movie now that I'm not out of the fucking Spider-Man hype train of it. Because I love Spider-Man, but that movie, they did some stuff that I didn't really like. Anyway,
we'll hold those thoughts, or like write them down so you don't forget. But anyways, Marvels wasn't.
We'll write them down.
The Marvels wasn't the last one to come out. The last one to come out was I'm just gonna sneaky that right there. The last one to come out was Deadpool and Wolverine, a majority fan favorite. It has its haters. It has its people who are just biased because it did Deadpool things, and then we have you. But yeah, so. Yeah. I would rank it an A tier. Where would you put it? I'm guessing like B or C somewhere, since you said you don't like it.
I would say it's C. C or
C.
B minus. So let's go in the middle.
We could
Let's
do
go
B.
B.
Yeah, B.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely nowhere
That's
near
fine.
what the top MCU movies, and it's probably recency bias that I think it's like really, really good. As time goes on, we'll probably like go out. Like I'll probably like yeah, it's not as good as I remember it. Um,
I
but
promise
it's
you,
it's
it's not as
definitely
good
not.
as any of the other Deadpool movies.
No, not
It's
no,
not.
not even close. Like the appearances from the like Wolverine being in there, all the other supporting characters, those bring it up. But the story you
And
could
that's
those
the
can
only.
those can
That's what
all
I'm saying is carrying it. Okay, we're
dude. It
not
still
doing this
has
again,
it's
bro.
okay. We're not doing this again yet. Okay, so next is the Marvels. I have not seen this one.
Honestly, okay, listen, bro. All right, I'll be vocal about this because I watched this. This movie is really bad. It suffers from bad pacing. It suffers from everything under the sun. And I'm being honest, bro. It's one of the movies that after you watch it, you feel like you wasted however long you've been there. But there's a few scenes where it's like, oh, this looks cool, I guess, or like a battle. Like I don't want to get into spoilers, but
Just go into
the
spoilers. It doesn't
villain
matter.
is literally okay. I'm gonna go into spoilers. I'm sorry. The villain is literally one of the weakest, and when I say the weakest, I mean the weakest
When you say weakest,
characters that I have ever seen. For
when you
and
say
when I say weak,
weakest,
hold on, I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna explain. Her power, or not even power. Her power, she had like a staff, and she just knew how to shoot people with it, and that was like the extent of her power. The other stuff, like, okay, you just need to watch it to see what I'm talking about, but her power is literally just projectiles.
I don't
And
really
when
want
we're
to
putting them
though.
against Miss Marvel, who's supposed to be Superman, basically.
You mean Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel? Because that's a very
I
important
mean,
distinction.
Captain Marvel, whatever. Yeah, Captain Marvel. And then, like, I don't know, the other characters is fine, I guess. The best character is Miss Marvel, to be honest.
Yeah, I
Or
remember
Camilla, whatever her name is.
Kamala Khan. I remember people were saying she carries the movie, like she's like the only reason, like the only good part in it.
She's literally the only good part about it. And it just, yeah, it's a shame because I know women need good representation of, like, superhero movies or something like that, but it's not a good movie. I put in like F.
An F?
Actually, I'll put it in D. I'll put it in D because it sets up for X-Men movies for the future.
Yeah,
That's pretty much it.
the only thing I know about this was like the X-Men in the different universe. And then there was, so this came out I think just after Secret Invasion, and I watched Secret Invasion. I didn't watch this one, but I think people were saying that it's almost like Secret Invasion didn't happen because Nick Fury acts nothing like he did in the show, even though I think it was supposed to take place after Secret Invasion. I'm not too sure. The timeline's been weird ever since Endgame.
Bro, I just want to say one more thing. They fixed one of the biggest problems of the movie with cats, alien cats. That's all I'm gonna say. It's fucking stupid. Anyway.
All right, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm just gonna sit this right here while we explain, if we even need to. Do we?
I'll say A. I'll say A.
Really?
I don't think it's an S. Yeah,
So,
but it's a good movie. It's a great movie. I think it's a great movie.
did you have any gripes with it? Because like I think the
Reason
only
I say
reason you say A.
what was your gripe?
Well, I didn't really have any gripes with it. I feel like it's just, I don't know, because it's been a while since I've seen the movie. I think my first thought after watching, because I didn't watch it in theaters, I watched it on Disney Plus after it came there. But I think my first thought after watching the movie was James Gunn lied to us, because I'm pretty sure he said on Twitter or somewhere that someone was gonna die in this one. And then nobody did. Not like that's a bad thing or anything, but yeah, I don't really remember having anything like any issues with this movie. Like the villain was great. The High Evolutionary, terrifying villain. Rocket, terrible, sad backstory. Pretty sly way to use drop the first F-bomb in the MCU. and all the I think all or most of the costumes for the animal people on Counter Earth were practical.
Yeah, I mean, only thing. Okay, this is really nitpicky. Just me being like a freaking movie snob, but I feel like the movie could have just been rated R. They should have just made it rated R. Because I feel like it was really mature. They had a lot of violence in it, and yeah, I feel like if they would have just gave them the rated R rating, it would have been kind of a better, enjoyable, more enjoyable movie. But
So
again, this is me having a gripe.
I feel like
My
you're
only gripe is that they like, I don't know.
so I'm just
What you about to say about
so
that?
what would you like if you said like they just made it rated R? What would you have them had like lean more into? Because it was already pretty dark as is. Like they pushed that rating with like the subject matter.
No, they really did. I think the subject matter was perfectly okay, and the what's the name, how they went about solving the problem and stuff like that was good. But I feel like it could have just been rated R, just on the standpoint of being like, yo, if I was a kid and I watched this, I would be like terrified.
Wait, so when you say
This
rated
is
R,
like
like you
this is
don't
not a child.
wait. So when you say rated R, you mean like just like keep the same movie, just rated R?
No, 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 no. Okay, okay. What I mean by that is just like put more cruelty. I don't know how to say, I don't know how to explain it, but like show more. I feel like they talked a lot. They could have showed a little bit more
I feel
of
like they
like the
showed.
villain, because I do feel like the villain is really good.
I feel like they
He's
showed
really good, but
enough,
like
and probably they just didn't want to like show too much, just because like that would be more disturbing than it already was.
well, that's gonna be the last time we see this character. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
I'm
I mean, at
yeah.
least that villain probably.
Yeah, because I think he died on the ship, right? It blew up, and they
Yeah,
that yeah.
yeah. I think it's,
I
but again, that's just me being nitpicky. This is just me being nitpicky. So I would say like an A plus. I don't think it's an S tier because
well, I mean,
if
we
I
only
think about
have.
like
If you think about it, like
no, if I think about it in terms of this phase, this is probably gonna be the best movie. But if I'm thinking about it in like all Marvel, am I putting that in S tier? Probably not. I think it's more so that we had a breath of fresh air because it was so different. You know what I mean?
yeah, that you do make a valid point with that it being a breath of fresh air. Yeah, I could do. I'll do A. We can move it up if we get too many in A, because I do think it's like it is one of the best MCU movies. But
I think so.
you're
It's one of the numbers, but it's
you're
not top three.
but
It's not
you're
top
such
four.
a
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
you're such a movie guru apparently. So I'll satisfy your
I watch
and put
so
it in
many
A.
movies, bro. I'm sorry. I love movies. I know.
Start doing like full on film reviews on your channel. Like would probably do pretty good.
No, I've been debating on if I wanted to or not. I was gonna,
Just like do
yeah,
one,
I've
like
been
just do
debating.
one, see how that does.
Yeah,
And then
I did the stupid music one. That shit didn't do well. Plus, it got copyrighted. Anyway,
I didn't watch it just because like I didn't know what you were talking about. But anyways, next.
some damn album.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
haven't listened. Anyways, the last one is Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. I was excited for this one coming out. Kang was easily the best part of it, but uh, it was fine, I guess. Honestly, I think that I don't know. I think Kang was done fine, enough. I don't know. I had something. I know one of the things that I remember the most about coming out of this movie was that Scott and Hope should have gotten stuck in the quantum realm. That's how the movie should have ended. And I think the script leaked out like a couple months or a while before the movie was supposed to come out, and I think there was rumors that they reshot the ending so that way people wouldn't go in knowing exactly what happened. Don't quote. Well, I mean, you can quote me on that, but like, quote me on this too. Like, I do not know the source for that, so I don't know if it actually was like a factor in the movie. Did you watch this one?
I fun fact, I watched, I want to say 10 minutes of it. I was during like a vacation, and I got bored and I went to sleep.
Yeah, because the
So I did not watch this one fully, if I'm being honest.
yeah, because there was some things that could have been done better. Because at the start, it's Scott and his daughter Cassie. They're a little bit at odds with each other because Cassie wants to like she's being like she wants to like help out like her dad does, but Scott isn't really too jazzed about that, and she's also using Hank's tech because he like I don't actually know if I think it was implied that Hope and Hank are married at this point because she calls Cassie calls Hank grandpa, but because like he'll give her gadgets and stuff. Like one of the things we see is she shrunk a cop car, but they don't really lean into that once they get into the quantum realm. From there, it's just oh we gotta avoid Kang or whatever. And every scene Jonathan Majors was in, he did a pretty good job. Like allegations aside, he's an amazing actor. And
yeah, I mean, technically he beat the case, but he ain't going back to Disney.
yeah, I was excited to see MODOK too. Everyone's like, MODOK looks so ugly. Like, what did you expect him to look like? He's literally just a head with limbs. And yeah, I agree that CGI probably could have done better, but if you're asking for a better design, they couldn't have made it better because he's not supposed to look pretty. But I do remember like when he was first shown in the trailer, all we saw was the mask, and people were kind of mad that he was just gonna be a robot. And then they're probably like, "Oh no, keep the mask on." But yeah, him at the end was just kind of weird because towards the end I think he was fighting somebody, and then he's just like on the ground there, and then Cassie's having like a pep talk, and he was like, I don't know how to be good, how do I be good like you? And then Cassie's like, I don't know, don't be a dick. And then he's like, I am not a dick or something like that, and just like charges into King's force field and destroys it or something. It was weird. And then they break
See, that's the thing that would make it say it's an F. I'll be pissed off if I seen that shit.
Yeah, they and then now I'm not super picky about this like a lot of other people are. His tech gets destroyed by like super intelligent ants. When they got sucked into the quantum realm, some ants got in there with them, and they, because time is weird, they I think evolved like 10,000 years into the future, so now they're big and like more intelligent than they already were, and they just stampede through Kang, which I agree he probably should have and could have put up a better fight, but they kind of had to nerf him in order for Ant-Man to make it out of this alive.
Wait, okay, let me ask you a question though.
Mm-hmm.
Does Kang like get defeated by the end of the movie?
Yes and no. He easily has the upper hand on Scott, right? Like he breaks his helmet. I think like they're both bloodied up. Like Scott can hold his own, but he's probably not gonna win even in like a direct fist fight. I don't remember exactly what happened. I think Hope comes back through the portal, and whatever she did knocked Kang into his like time travel like multiversal. Well, in the comics it's called the time chair. I'm not exactly sure how it works considering it's multiverses now, but I'm still gonna just call it its time chair. He gets knocked into it and then it's like sucked into it, and we never really see what happens to him. He just kind of vanishes, and then now that we know he's not coming back, Loki kind of, at the end of Loki season 2, they kind of explained it away. They said like, oh yeah, there was like a He Who Remains variant incident, but like they handled it. So he's probably dead now. They probably didn't intend for him to die, but now he's probably dead.
So Ant-Man beat the. Okay, actually, I'm happy that they fired him, bro. Yeah, Doom is a better villain. Yeah, we're good. There's no way Ant-Man beat.
Dude, Kang is such a good villain. They just did not use him right at all. And he had the perfect setup too. Like when they revealed him at the end of Loki season 1, everyone was like, let's go, we're getting Kang. And then like Ant-Man and the Wasp came out, and that tarnished Kang's legacy in the public eye.
Mm-hmm. Because he lost.
I mean, even if he did lose, like give him a better way to lose. Like I don't know how they damaged his timeshare, but whatever they did, when he touched it, he got sucked into it. Like that's kind of lame, you know.
Yeah, that is super lame. That's a dumb way. And especially if, okay, in my eyes, if this is gonna be the big bad, or well, before he was the big bad.
Well, he was going to be the big bad.
Ant-Man.
I don't know, you could still get
beat by Ant-Man. Bro, come on, man. Ant-Man. Sorry, my bad.
I feel
bro.
like they just. I don't know why Ant-Man has so many haters. Like, sure, he's not the most powerful, but he's still like alright. But I don't know. They shouldn't have had him win. Like a lot of people say, like he should have killed. Like even if he didn't escape, like you know, even if he didn't escape the quantum realm, at least have him kill Scott. And I personally don't really want that because Scott Lang is such a funny character, but they should have done more to establish Kang as a competent villain. Not that like he wasn't competent in this one, it's just that, like you said, he got beat by Ant-Man.
Yeah, and it's no, again, I'm not saying
that's
that
not no disrespect
like
to Ant-Man.
Villain or nothing like
it's
that.
just that like, what can
he's strong?
Like if he was fighting them, like I mentioned earlier with the ants, just like completely stampeding through Kang and messing up his armor. His armor, you know, his tech is built into it, so he can like basically move things with his mind, right? He can shoot like energy beams out of his hands. The ants they're only there to nerf Kang, so he can't use anything against Ant-Man. It's just, I don't know, they could have still had him in this movie, just don't have him fight Ant-Man. Or just don't have
him fight Moldark. Moldark was there for them to use as the big bad if they needed him.
I don't know, because
they could have introduced him.
Yeah,
because Moldark is more cool than what's the name.
Well, MODOK isn't really like the same way he is in the comics. In the comics, he's MODOK. Designed only for killing, but what was MO? I can't remember what it stands for, but he's I still think he is like a biological human who is just super experimented on, and he's the head of AIM, right? The Advanced Idea Mechanics, the same company from Iron Man 2. But here he's just kind of a henchman. He's not like the big bad. You know, like they probably still could have had him as the big bad, just like have Kang working behind the shadows or something. But
yeah, they could. I mean, they could have just, cause I don't know. It's almost like if Thanos got introduced and then he got his butt whipped by like freaking Hulk or something like that. And it's just like, what? How are you supposed to be the big bad when you got your ass beat by Hulk? Like, come on, bro.
You say that like Hulk isn't one of the strongest characters, like Hawkeye. Like,
I mean, bro, they're kind of selling Hulk right now, bro. He's not the strongest character.
Dude, okay, everyone keeps clowning on the Hulk. Yeah, sure, Hulk is not like as rageful as he used to be, but that doesn't mean he's not still like one of the strongest characters. Everyone acts like they could beat the Hulk in a fight.
What has he done?
We do.
Phoenix, what has he done?
We haven't seen
nothing.
We haven't seen the Hulk in action. That's the thing. Like,
every time when he is in action, he gets his ass beat.
Okay, name one fight scene that the Hulk has been in since becoming Smart Hulk.
Since becoming Smart, I mean,
well, other than She-Hulk, because She-Hulk that was her show.
It doesn't count as She-Hulk, to be honest. It doesn't. What's the name? That's not my point, though, bro. He still got his ass beat by almost everything. They nerfed him.
Okay, so as Rageful Hulk, he lost to Thanos, which that makes sense, because like if you look at Thanos, he's smart with his moves. Like he knows what he's doing.
But he didn't even put up a fight, a good fight.
I'll give you that, yeah, he didn't really put up much of a fight. And then before that,
How
I
he
don't know.
got his ass
He was
beat,
done
bro?
pretty
That
well in
was
Thor Ragnarok. No, it was really
yes,
only
but
if
that wasn't his movie.
it was only, and it wasn't his movie too. Like, although to be fair, he doesn't really have a chance to get a
He
movie because
needs to
he's
have a
still.
movie, bro.
See, they can't really do that though. I don't know what how the rights work or still are working, but they can't or at least they couldn't use Hulk because he's still partially owned by Universal. Kind of like what they're doing with Spider-Man, but they still have free reign to put him in whatever they want. They just can't solo a movie of just the Incredible Hulk because they still have to like work with Universal for that, and they don't really want to do that.
That's fair. I mean, I get it, but damn, bro.
Mm.
Like, I don't know. I feel like he deserves a movie
Yeah, he
more
should.
than freaking Black Widow. What the fuck?
We'll save that talk for the
What?
next video. I think that's
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, let's end this. We just yapping
that's a
at
good
this point, bro.
segue to end the video. How are we gonna end?